Hello, my name is Jazz and I hope you enjoy this play-based activity. The play-based activity that I have chosen is play through grocery shopping. This activity is suitable for children in the age bracket of 4 to 5-year-old. The maths concept that this activity focuses on is numbers, more specifically the handling of money, counting, and problem solving. Children will be allowed to explore by themselves with how much money they need to buy the grocery items on their shopping list, with little guidance and prompting from the teacher. The activity will be led by the children with the encouragement and involvement of the staff pretending to shop or be the cashier. The Early Childhood Learning Framework outcomes this activity falls under is Outcome 4.2. Children develop a range of skills and processes such as problem solving, inquiry, experimentation, hypothesizing, researching, and investigating. And Outcome 4.3, children transfer and adapt what they have learned from one context to another. The educator can start the session by briefly introducing the grocery playset to the children and name all the items going through the shopping list and showing the children the money and how the cashier system works. This should attract and excite the children to start playing. Using an enthusiastic voice and saying phrases like, "Oh, I wonder what I could buy with $5," or "Wow, look at all the items we have here to shop from today." To further interest the children, you can ask the children, "Now who goes shopping with their parents?" and quickly run through some of the money to familiarize the children to it. Using money terms will aid the children to understand what the prices mean and how to pay for the items they have bought. Try to keep it simple and brief so it's easier for the children to grasp, and you can always jump in and help once the children are already playing. For example, today I want to buy a rack of eggs. How much do you think a rack of eggs costs? The children will then look at the price associated to the rack of eggs and answer that it is $5. The educator can then play along and act as if they don't know what $5 note looks like and allow the children to identify and pick out the $5 note. "Oh, I can't find the $5 note. Can anyone help me find it?" The children can pick any shopping list they want. These are some examples of shopping lists I made prior to the activity. It has the items to buy, the quantity of how many to buy. Just to make the activity more simple, I also made price lists of all the items so it's easier for the children to source how much the items cost. The playset will be a part of the classroom after it has been introduced to the children for them to play with and explore whenever they want. The educator can support this initiative by acting as a cashier and asking children questions like, "What have you bought today?" or "That's a total of $20, or by simply being a shopper alongside the children. The educator should emphasize on the term dollars, as this will assist the children to familiarize themselves with numbers and money. This activity is very versatile and provides ample learning opportunities for children whilst playing, whether in groups or pairs or even playing individually. During play, the educator should be very enthusiastic and participate themselves. The educator should promote conversation by joining in and saying, "Let's go shopping, everyone," or "What will we buy today?" This activity provides a great opportunity for the educator to support learning through questions. For example, "How many items have you bought today?" Or, "If I add one more item in your trolley, how many items will you have in total?" Children start learning about numeracy as soon as they are born. From listening to their parents sing nursery rhymes from Five Little Ducks to toddlers and preschoolers who start asking questions about distance, like how far is the park, to comparing their heights with other objects. According to the EYLF consultant Jenny Connor, preschoolers start beginning to recognize numerals in the environment and discuss their purposes. For example, house numbers show location, car number plates indicate ownership. Play is an important factor of preschoolers' education. The EYLF central belief is that play is a legitimate space in which young children learn, a context for learning through which children organize and make sense of their social worlds as they engage actively with people, objects, and representations. To provide for a comfortable space for young children to learn, play needs to be voluntary, pleasurable, symbolic, meaningful, active, process-orientated, and motivating. Children do not need a formal maths lesson, but could learn maths simply by exploring playing in the sandpit with different shaped containers, as claimed by Kennedy and Bartlett 2010. This is also explained by the theory of social constructivism. This theory explains that children best learn through social interactions and when they are actively engaged in constructing their own knowledge through personal experiences. Angleri, 2006. In this grocery shopping activity, the children are actively buying items, interacting with one another to purchase their items. By seeing, listening, and touching, the children are building on the knowledge that they had prior from experiences of shopping that they may have had with their parents. According to Glennie Damon 2008, when introducing maths to young children, the central question is, are they having fun? Maths taught through fun and interactive ways is more effective than the traditional drill and practice method. The activity of going grocery shopping is an effective example of making maths fun. The educator can assist counting with the children of how many items they have bought. The educator might help count with the children how much money they need to pay the cashier for the items they have bought. The children can learn about problem solving through this play activity, for example, arranging the items in the trolley in a way that all the items fit. This also incorporates shapes and how the shapes of items can play a role in the way the items are arranged in the provided space. Engaged learning also could be further extended by the educator asking questions like, if you bought 2 milk bottles and 1 chocolate, how many items do you have in your trolley? To conclude, promoting an attitude of delight and fascination with numbers will encourage children to embrace rather than fear math. And when you combine a young child's curiosity about their world with an environment full of hands-on materials and experiences, you are helping to create lifelong learners. Quoted by Glennie Damon, 2008. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this activity.